Hi, this is my first video on YouTube, so bear with me if I don't do it too well. I have a 2008 Chrysler Town & Country LX where I'm going to replace the factory stereo DVD player. It hasn't been working right for probably close to a year. The DVD player stopped working about 6 months ago. As far as I had put old music on here from an old iPod, and when the music would play on here, it would almost be like a skip every so often during the playback. So it's been acting up for quite a while, and my battery to the vehicle went dead, and I replaced the battery with a new battery, and that battery wound up going dead, so I assumed it was the alternator, which I replaced, and then my battery went dead again, and I used a multimeter, which I should have used it in the first place, but it was showing that I had a parasitic drain on my battery when the vehicle was off, and I was able to isolate that to the radio. So what I did was I pulled the 30 amp fuse, which went right here. I pulled that fuse out until I can change the radio, and that should solve the problem, and I'll put that fuse back in once I switch out the radio. So okay, so what we're going to do is, up under here, if you can see where the screwdriver is, there are two tabs that we need just to pop out a little bit. If you use a flathead screwdriver, it'll pop down like that on one side, and then like that on the other. Sorry, my video quality is not very good here. Now there are two Phillips head screws in each one. I'm sorry, one in each one. There's a Phillips head here and a Phillips head here. So we're just going to unscrew those. Okay, now those two screws are out. So all you can do is just pop this piece up right here, and that'll pop up. And then we have two screws, one here and one here. They both have to be removed so we can get this plate off a little bit and be able to get access to the radio. Okay, now these two screws are out. This one and this one, the screws are removed. So we can just kind of pop the top part of this panel out a little bit. It's still being held in down here. What we want to do with that there are three, sorry, let me get this key out of here. There are three of these plastic Phillips. They're almost like screws, but they're more like a peg that sticks into the hole here. You kind of force it in. There's three on each side. One up here, one down here, and one up over here. Now, I already removed those two, as you can see. If you use a screwdriver on this, you're basically just going to twirl it and it's not going to come loose. So what you want to do is just kind of pull it out, and it pops right out like that. Just try not to lose the screw or the washer that comes with it. Okay. And then we have three more on the other side that will. Okay, now I'm on the passenger side, and we have the same thing. We have three of these plastic Phillips screws. 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, I already removed those two, so we're just going to pop this one out, which is pretty easy. There we go. Just be careful, because when they pop out, they tend to go flying. Like this one just went under the car, but I got it. Okay. Okay, now that we have those plastic screws out on each side, 3 on each side, we can pop that out and just slide it forward a bit, which will allow us now to get access to these screws here. Okay, you're going to want to remove, let's see if you can see this. There are 2 screws on either side, 2 here and 2 here. You want to remove the one that's the outermost on each side. So I remove this screw here, and then I remove the one on the outer right side. Okay? And what that does, it allows us to remove this front panel so we can get access to the radio to remove. Okay? What we're going to do next is, there are 4 screws on the radio holding it in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those screws right now. Okay, now the 4 screws are removed holding the radio in. So now you can just get a, if I do this with one hand, I don't know. Hold on. Can't really, I'm gonna have to pause this because you can't really get a good grip with one hand. Okay, the radio's loose. I had already loosened this a while ago and taken it out when I had that drain on my battery, so I have already removed the plugs in the back. Basically, there's a, let's see up here. These are the 4 wires I had connected to mine. This, I believe, is the satellite radio, the yellow. And the white, I believe, is for the backup camera, but I'm not 100% on that. And then these other 2, the white and the gray cable, is plugged into each one of these. So I'm going to make another video. I have bought a refurbished JVC receiver and DVD player, and also a wiring harness to enable this rear DVD player that I have in my van to work. For some reason, with the 2008 Town & Country, there aren't too many options to retain the rear DVD system. This is one of the few stereos that will do that, along with the wiring harness that I have to put into here. So I will make a video for that, and hopefully all goes smooth. Thank you for watching. Good luck.